Good morning. We have a minhag of such and such in our family. Minhag Israel is such and such. Those are sentences that we're very used to listen in our Jewish world of today. What does exactly minhag means? Is it a folk practice, popular practice, or is there something more to it? So in this Parasha, this Sidra, we have Tahara. We have in the Shishah of Sidat Tahara, we do have two dinim. One is called Nida, the other is called Zabba. Nida means a woman in her menstrual period. The din of this woman, no matter how, where, when did she bleed, she just wait 7 days, go to the mikveh, and she is pure. Zabba means a woman that has blood not in her menstrual period. She's blood for Yamim Rabim in 3 days, and then she has to wait 7 days after she stopped bleeding and then go to the mikveh. That is called Shivat Dekim. So the law today is that all women today, they consider their nida to be Zabba, meaning they wait for the bleeding period and they count 7 days more. Why is that? So Rambam brings Torah that there was a stringency that the women of Bnei Israel took upon themselves to do nida azaba, meaning we're not going to do the din of nida of 7 days. We're going to do the din of zabah even if we are in our menstrual period, because we cannot ascertain with 100%. They were in a period that it was difficult to see if the blood was nida or zabah, so they just took a stringency upon themselves. So a priori it means that it will be a popular custom. However, Rambam clarifies in Al-Chayud, meaning Benot Israel, they started to do this, and they did this, but it was from the times of Chachmei Talmud. We had a competent court that was legislating for the whole of Klal Israel. So the process of a minhag can be done in two ways. One is the court, even either the national court, which is the Bet Midrash, or a local court establishes a minhag in something. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is that the people start to do minhag and it gets homologated by the court. The court agrees upon it and then it becomes binding. If it's in Bedin Gadol, it becomes binding in the whole of Israel. If it's a local Bedin, it becomes binding in that place. But it has to have a homologation by the court. So I think this, I hope this helps clarify what constitutes a minhag. A minhag is necessarily something done by a court. A last point I would want to bring in Elochot Tefillah, Per Exain, Rambam brings it's very clear how this distinction works. Rambam brings there that something are minhag, and then bringing minhag is a court, and then there is another expression he uses, which is nahagu am, meaning that people did it, and in that perek you have nahagu am, meaning popular practices there are okay and some aren't okay. But even those who are okay, they are not binding because they have not been homologated or established by a court. So I think it's a very good point we can make in this sidra. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.